We all age, let's face it. It's almost become cliche to say that you start to lose yourself after your third decade is through. People over 30 start gaining weight, giving up on their aspirations, and generally losing their love for life, because they believe their best days are behind them. Welcome to Good Lucks, a channel dedicated to inspiring you to expand your mindset, make general life breakthroughs, and realize your full potential to see what life has to offer. It's not necessary to be that way. You can still lead a fulfilling life well into your 30s and beyond, even while your body is aging. Even after your illustrious younger years, life can still be wonderful if you cut out harmful habits and unfavorable influences. This video is dedicated to identifying these habits and correcting them for a better outlook on life. Without further ado, let's begin. Depending financially on others. Adults who are physically and mentally capable must take care of themselves rather than relying upon others. While you may need to borrow money from your parents or friends during an emergency, this shouldn't be a regular occurrence. We reached the point where even women are no longer the property of their male relatives, thanks to the women's liberation movement. Let's all benefit from that by having a credit card and savings account in our names. Not communicating with your lovers. The person or individuals you are seeing ought to be aware of the situation. Are you fond of them? Do you desire exclusive relationships? Do you intend to marry someone? Are you still playing the field? Do you want to see other people? Talk, be truthful. Although you aren't responsible for other people's emotions, you can lessen their suffering by not lying, cheating, or faking it. In the best case scenario, you and your lover will split ways because you are mismatched, not because you are too self-centered and immature to appreciate another human being. Holding grudges. According to a study released by the Association for Psychological Science, dwelling on painful memories and resentful feelings can seriously harm both your emotional and physical health. Additionally, research indicates that forgiving can enhance both your physical and psychological well-being. Lower blood pressure, less despair, less stress, less worry, and perhaps even a few fewer wrinkles are a few advantages. Eating like a garbage truck. There is a time and place for junk food. Not always and everywhere is that time and location. Consult a dietitian if you need assistance getting started with a healthy diet. Even if you're on a tight budget, shop for wholesome meals. One tip, beans and lentils are cheap and extremely healthy. And if you're short on time, prepare your meals in advance and freeze them. Or, if you have the money, pay for a service that delivers healthy meals. The breakfast of champions is not a bag of potato chips and a Coke. Not doing whatever the hell you say you're going to do. Say it with me. I'll make an effort to not make promises I can't keep, and I'll say sorry when I do. It's not a sexy motto, but it's a good one. Respect your promises. If you have trouble accomplishing that, consider how you can do better and then actually do the required actions. Being a nice person is not something you can pretend till you make it. Even reading all the self-help books and attending all the yoga sessions in the world wouldn't help. Just as you would paint all of your fingernails, not just a third of them, follow through on things. Showing up late and thinking it's cute. Set numerous alarms, leave a little earlier, and respect other people's schedules. Sometimes this entails running on your tights while wearing no mascara. Take care of it. Being late occasionally is part of being human, but you should always let others know if you're going to be late. If you can't do that much, don't schedule appointments. Instead, stay in and moan about your life. That way, at least no one will be kept waiting. Cancelling plans at the last minute. Since you can't accept every request, it's critical to be realistic about what's feasible early to avoid developing a pattern of disappointing people at the last minute. A major resolution is to generally be a more dependable friend. There is almost no tolerance for flakes as you get older and closer to 30. This also applies to texting back ASAP to confirm plans. People typically start getting booked months in advance. Not having a long-term plan. Everyone has been guilty of not having a long-term plan. You should have a general concept of what you want to do throughout life by the time you are 30 years old, as well as when you will be moving, getting married, having kids, changing employment, etc. In your 20s and early 30s, you should begin each year by sitting down and considering the major parts of your life, from your relationships to your career, to determine what you want to improve upon or develop in each one. Spending time on these evaluations will help you concentrate your energy on what you want to accomplish and ensure that you are headed in the right direction for your definition of a happy and successful life. Avoid giving up on your dreams. You are not too old to realize your dreams just because you have passed the third decade. It's a prevalent fallacy that only young people have the limitless capacity to produce extraordinary works that genuinely alter the course of history. It's a fact that many people over 30 are making a difference in the world every day. When Colonel Sanders founded Kentucky Fried Chicken, he was already over 60 years old. Stan Lee, creator of Marvel, didn't start writing comics until almost 40. Age brings wisdom and experience, which gives you even more motivation to pursue your goals and live your life as you've always desired. Avoid distancing yourself from friends and family. It seems inevitable that we will lose touch with relatives as time goes on because phone conversations and reunions take place less frequently each year. Your parents are most likely in their 50s or 60s if you are 30 years old today. One of the biggest regrets people have is not spending enough time with their friends before it's too late. Life can be taken from them at any time. Being the one who stays in touch is the only way to fix this. Be that obnoxious buddy that calls the family back together and starts a conversation. People will remember you for it and they'll admire what you do. Avoid spending beyond your means. Financial advisors advise that to retire by 65, you must begin saving by 25. Living over your means is the best method to ensure you never save money. Of course, this depends on many other things. In a world where everything is material, we get addicted to rapid pleasure. We frequently buy goods that temporarily improve our mood, but we later regret them. Shopping and drinking are simple joys in your 20s, but at 30, purchases like leasing a car or buying a house that is too big for you become major financial pitfalls. It's possible to live more frugally. You'll feel more secure and comfortable in later years if you spend less money on unimportant items and have money in a savings account. Thank you for sticking with us until the very end. As a reward for your diligence, we'll give you an extra point. Avoid caring what other people think. You shouldn't waste time worrying about what other people think if they don't care what you think. It's in our nature to desire to be liked by others, but this should never mean compromising who you are. When you were younger, you could have been concerned for weeks if someone labeled you stupid or ugly. It's vital to stop caring so much about what other people think as you get older. Keep in mind that everyone has an opinion. You'll never know what you think about yourself if you spend all your time worrying about what other people think of you. And that is far more significant. You shouldn't ever have to alter who you are if you aren't doing anyone harm merely to please someone else. You still have a lot of life ahead of you because you are just in your 30s. By continuing to work at a job you detest, giving up on your aspirations, and engaging in poor habits, you can give up and decide to guarantee that your coming years will bore you to death. Whether you've reached or haven't reached the big 3-0 by making the decisions to take care of your health and committing to causes that are important to you, you may position yourself for success to live a long and enjoyable life. Everything comes down to a few straightforward decisions that you can make. Post any more queries or remarks in the comments area. Click the like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed the video so that others might view it and be inspired. To ensure that you don't miss any new videos regarding personal development, enable the notification bell as well. I'll see you next time.